She was one of the most popular dancers of the time. She was featured on the top covers of high-profile magazines, and as a backup dancer, she was featured in music videos for top artists such as P. Diddy and Jennifer Lopez. But now she is a homeless, eats from the trash and asks people for money. Today I will tell you about a very tragic story of one girl named Suzy Perez. She was a supermodel who ended up on the street, without housing, money, and became unnecessary to anyone. Subscribe to the channel, put a bell on all notifications, let's go. Suzy Perez was born in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, on November 2, 1979, and at the age of 16 began her modeling career after winning a contest in her home country. Suzy Perez's career was centered around her body and her face, and she used them to perfection. She knew how to move, and those moves were magical whenever she came on the big stage or screen. In search of a better life, she moved from her country Dominican Republic, a country in the Caribbean, to the United States. When she got to the US, she started as a model and dancer, and she was very good at her job. Perez was doing well for herself as she had a lovely home and was featured in many magazines like Blackman SSX. Because she was featured in many music videos with popular singers like Jennifer Lopez and P. Diddy, she became a popular face in the entertainment industry. Her brown skin, black long hair, sexy body, attractive face and amazing dancing talent dropped jaws wherever she went and caused her to be the center of attraction. She always received praise from fans whenever she was featured in any dance videos because she was incredible. The Dominican-born model had the body of a goddess and so graced the covers of many magazines as the Duvet Queen. Her beauty was one of a kind, and that made her famous as she climbed the success ladder in the entertainment industry. Perez was one of the most young ladies dominating her space in her field of entertainment. However, Suzy's life took a downward turn after her mother passed away. According to online sources, it was stated that Suzy Perez's career went downhill when she signed a huge contract with a modeling agency allegedly owned by an Italian mafia. Stories in the media stated that she was drugged, raped, molested, and tortured while under a contract with the Italian agency. The abuse lasted every day until her contract finished. After her contract finished, the young model disappeared and was never heard from again before she was found. She was found on the street. During the 1990s and 2000, when Suzy Perez was doing well and earning big, her net worth was said to be in millions of dollars, and now she wanders the streets in search of food, only to be discovered years later by TV channel Univision's Janela Solano back in the fall of 2019. Solano found her on the street battling drug addiction. While discussing with the Univision television producer, Perez revealed that her life was destabilized after the death of her mother. The former model further revealed that she had a child while she was doing well in life, and even though she disappeared for a while, her child is the best thing that happened to her. Her mental health illness and drug addiction made her lose custody of her child, and following her divorce, she lost contact with her son. After she was found, she was able to reunite with her son and family. She promised to fight to get her life back on track. Following the reunion, Perez took steps toward becoming a better person and even opened an Instagram account to show her fans and loved ones that she was progressing. Perez's family tried to help the model as she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Despite her reluctance, her family made sure she was admitted to a medical center and treated well. Her son, Senna Celestino, who is reported to be transgender and is staying with his father, dropped his 2 cents on the matter. He stated that people videoing and talking about his mother are not helping her. He stated that she is going through addiction, and as a woman of color on the street, it is not a good thing. Her family members have done everything possible to help her out of addiction. She has been taken to 6 rehab facilities. However, she has declined any help and relapsed back into drug addiction. Prior to the relapse, she was making good progress. She even set up an Instagram account and updated fans about her progress. The former model is still roaming the streets of New York. It is alleged that she picks food from the trash and begs on the streets. Her son, Senna Celestino, tweeted that he appreciates the support people give to his mother. However, he reiterated that she uses all the money to buy drugs. The attempts to rehabilitate her have been unsuccessful. Her former life as a model is confined to the pages of history. Today, she roams the streets trying to survive. Many witnesses have revealed that she now dances on the street to get money to buy drugs and survive. Physically, she does not look good because her prolonged addiction to drugs has taken a toll on her once sexy and perfect body, making her look like a caricature of her former self. Her life as a model is now a thing of the past. Suzy's life was wonderful, the kind that millions dream of, but at one point everything went wrong. The death of her mother, a terrible contract with the mafia, violence and torture. Suzy was drugged, raped, and she developed an addiction from drugs, which she tried to fight, but she never managed to get out of this state. This story shows that you need to be careful with people. If Suzy did not get involved with the Italian mafia, her story could be different. A similar story happened with model Lonnie Willison. She was a successful fitness model whose career developed very quickly. She received filming offers almost every day. Lonnie worked out regularly, wore branded items, spent thousands of dollars on her health and dated Jeremy Jackson, an actor who at the time starred in the mega-popular television series Baywatch. He played the role of a guy named Hobie, with a good sense of humor and a generally cheerful and positive character. But in life everything was the other way around. After the wedding the girl admitted that Jeremy was terrible in relationships. He beat her with a stun gun and mocked her, and one day he got drunk and almost strangled her, for which he was arrested in 2015. He tried to excuse himself by saying that it was only self-defense. Lonnie and Jeremy broke up. For a long time the girl's fate remained unknown. But then photographs began to appear on the internet where the girl was sleeping on the street and looking for food in trash cans. Of course, such a story could not go unnoticed. Journalists spread this story all over the internet, and in this case it helped because the girl was recognized by her friend Christina, with whom they had been friends for a long time. She decided to find Lonnie Willison and interview her to find out why her fate turned out this way. Christina found her friend sleeping on the street near the supermarket. Lonnie was covered in dirt. An unpleasant smell emanated from her. But Christina did not perceive the girl as homeless. She hugged her and burst into tears. Lonnie told her friend that she had been leading this lifestyle for 2 years. She said that she tried to get out of this state, but she didn't succeed. Lonnie said that in 2016 she was fired. She was experiencing emotional stress and did not communicate with anyone. That same year she became addicted to drugs, tried to work in cosmetology, then at other jobs, but she was fired from everywhere. And eventually the girl ended up on the street. The girl told her friend Christina that she didn't even want to remember her former self. According to her, the person she once was no longer exists. She has cut off her beautiful hair, and some strange cuts are visible on her arms. Lonnie said that she cut her hair so as not to remember her former self. And the girl said about the cut, "Once I cut my hand, and there was nothing to stop the bleeding, so I wrapped the wound with tape." Here you can see how Christina takes her friend to the hotel. Lonnie took a bath for the first time in a year and ate normally. Christina and Lonnie finally had a normal conversation without cameras, but in the morning Lonnie ran off to live on the street again. Christina's friend offered the girl $90,000, on the condition that she agreed to drug addiction treatment and start working again, but Lonnie refused. Christina did not intend to stop and decided to find her friend in order to help get out of this situation. However, this lifestyle left a strong imprint on the personality of the former fitness model. Lonnie was offered a great opportunity to change her life, but she refused. This situation suggests that Lonnie has lost motivation and ambition for a good life. This is how it happens in life. One mistake and the wrong choice can ruin a person's whole life. Two different situations, but with the same endings. You must understand that it is very difficult to get out of this situation, and addiction is a very terrible thing. Young girls, be more careful in choosing guys. Avoid those who do not respect you and treat you poorly. Value and love yourself. Be careful about trusting strangers. This is where our video comes to an end. Write in the comments which of the stories touched you the most and made you think. Subscribe to the channel, put the bell on all notifications. See you in new videos.